Panda, panda, panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see them.
Hi, we're going to Jinx kitchen and we're cooking ribs here.
We're back here at another segment of Jinx P's Kitchen. I got my assistant in here today, Janelli. She's gonna help us out with these ribs we got here. You alright? You good? You ever been on TV before? You on TV now? Ain't you an aspiring actor? Yeah, you're an actor, right? Training and all that. We got two sets of ribs here. We got some baby back and I forget what they call it, a huge slab, but I'm about to flip it into St. Louis style type ribs. And we're gonna season them up. I'm gonna cook one of them in the roaster oven over here. One's going in the roaster, and the other one's gonna go in the oven. I just kind of want to see the ovens over. Where's the oven at? Oven's over there.
Right there next to the fridge.
So I want to kind of see the difference between the two when we take them up. When we cook them up. So first thing we're gonna do, huh? I know, I'm showing the ribs right now. So see a lot of that meat on there, a lot of that cartilage and flesh. Like this right here has to come out. This fleshy part right here has to come out. All of this on the top where the meat meets the bone, and there's like that little space in the middle, that has to come out. A lot of people, when they take that piece out, they use it for like rib tips or something like that. I haven't figured out yet what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna try to cook it somehow. I'm gonna take it with me. I just don't want to cook it along with the whole rib. And this also this piece right here. You get these pieces on ribs, cut it off. You don't need it. It's just nothing but a bunch of fat. That's all it is. Everybody needs the fat. You need the fat? You don't need the fat.
Okay.
So first thing we're gonna do is cut this off, and then we're gonna get at this silver membrane here. Now a lot of people, if they you want falling off the bone type of ribs, you would cut that membrane off. Loosens up the meat, and as it cooks through it, makes it all nice and flaky, and but a lot of people like to chew on something, so they leave that membrane on. I'm gonna take it off. Okay, maybe I'll leave it on the other one, but I'm taking it off of this one. Let's get this thing set up over here. Alright, so I don't know what I just said I was going to do first, but I'm going to cut off this piece of meat right here, put that to the side because it's just an inconvenience right now. Like I said, you don't really need all that. Kind of use like the lift method, just gently hold it up, just cut it off. As you're cutting it, it will come out on its own. Maybe I should have got rid of the membrane first. Let's just get rid of the membrane first. Obviously it wants to come off, so just get it out of here. What'd you say? Oh, the fat. Alright, so now we're at the point that we're going to cut off all this extra cartilage. What you want to do is feel around from where the meat meets the bone. There's a space in it. Alright, and it cuts. You can get it from, if you put it from the bigger part of the rib, you can get it probably after the 5th or 6th rib and just cut it straight down all the way to the bottom. And don't cut it, it'll come right off. I usually go the other direction. Just because I like to be different. So I'm gonna cut these off. You know, the simple thing about this, funny thing is, like, you can get St. Louis style ribs. And the only difference I see in this St. Louis ribs is that this piece is cut off. That's it. The piece is cut off, and you're paying extra money just to have that style of rib. I want to say I paid like maybe $7 for these ribs. You know, it wasn't too bad, but you know, and if I would have got maybe St. Louis style ribs, they probably would have charged me a few dollars more. It's actually right. You want a flat. You guys want a flat and clean surface. You know. All right. So cut off all the extra meat. You got a lot of the fat off. Tore off the membrane. You know, it's looking pretty good right now.
When you feel that, when you heard that, that's the bone of the rib.
You talking about? Grab this baby back. It's not really a whole lot I gotta cut. Yeah, these are what called baby back ribs. It's not really a whole lot to cut on this one, so I'm gonna just tear out the membrane and we're gonna season these up and we'll be back. Jinx P's Kitchen. Be back in 2 and 2. Oh, wait a minute, 2 and 2. Is that the way Chuck Woolery did it?
Peace. So, did we back in kitchen?
Alright, okay, that's enough. Let's go. That's your cheer? Alright. Alright.
Fine.
This camera's like, alright, so we're back in Jinx P's Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Okay.
Alright, so like I said before, we just prepped the ribs, got the baby backs, St. Louis style ribs, and we're gonna start seasoning these up. You know what I'm saying? Get it seasoned.
Get that seasoning on. So these are the ribs that we prepped and washed in the sink.
Now I'm gonna oh, you know what? I should pat these dry. Paper towel.
Paper towels. I'm gonna take it and wipe the rib.
Just pat them dry.
Or you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to, but I just rather do it this way.
That way you don't get your hands all bloody.
Yep, and sticky and stuff. So.
Everybody at home watching this might want to make some ribs for Thanksgiving or any special occasion.
Word
Even
up.
dinner.
Even when?
Dinner.
Even just for dinner?
Yeah.
So, got some olive oil here, which I'm gonna put on the St. Louis style ribs, which are gonna go in the oven. The baby backs are gonna go in the rotisserie. And I just want to see the difference. No, actually, the olive oil is gonna go on the baby backs. The mustard blend is gonna go on the St. Louis style ones. I would want to put the mustard in there, but I don't know how it's gonna take inside that rotisserie, and I don't want it to be mustard and a mustardy mess. So
Takes a while. We might have to do a second video because it takes long to cook. Everybody knows everything takes long to cook.
how long does ribs take? How long do ribs, if you want like good style ribs, how long do they take to cook?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 seconds.
2 seconds? That's even worse.
2 hours.
2 hours, exactly.
Sorry, I get this right. I don't really know time. I'm in
You,
6th grade.
You're doing pretty good so far for a second grader. You're throwing me off now. Alright, so I'm gonna get some olive oil on the St. Louis ones, which is the one that's gonna go in the oven. I guess, you know, I tell you the truth, I had, these are the spit rods for the rotisserie. So I guess if I really wanted to, I could put either one of these in the roaster because they both would fit in there. But I think
Gonna have to chop it up.
no, I can get through it. You just like, you gotta like kind of fold it over so it looks like hills on top of each other. But
So that way it fits. Because if you have one of these at home, you just need to fold it and make some ribs and then just put it in.
there you go. Just gotta fold it and make some ribs, just like she said. Alright, so we're gonna get some olive oil on here. Just a little bit.
Olive oil.
You know, just, oh, I should have on my gloves.
Just spread that all around that rib. Can I do it?
We're gonna get our gloves on.
And if you don't have gloves on, just buy some.
But you should have gloves anytime that you're, you know, making food or whatever. But
Yeah, but if you don't, just use it the regular way.
yeah, do it the regular way, but you're just gonna have to keep on washing your hands. That's all. Just rub in that olive oil. You get a little bit more than that. Okay, so while she's rubbing in that olive oil, I have a
Barbecue.
I have a. Listen, I'm trying to take over my show, right? This is Jinx Kitchen, not Janelli's hot spot. Alright. So we got the cowboy rub here, which I actually found like an abundance of rubs yesterday. And I actually thought I didn't have any, and I looked around the pantry and I found like 4 or 5 of them, which is good because we're gonna do something different here. So I got an applewood rub and a regular cowboy rub. The cowboy rub is very, very good. So if you're ever in the store, and I don't want to endorse these people, so I'll cover up the name. Make sure you check that out right there. The cowboy rub. Yeah, it's very good. Just put this on.
Master Jinx P, why would you cover up the name?
Well, because we don't, I just showed the name a few minutes ago. We don't endorse these people. You know, in other words, they're not giving us any money for this. So, I don't want to promote their product. And, you know, with the intentions of people thinking they're getting paid for it. Get some not.
On this kind of rib, you always want to rub the sides of it. So that way you really get in.
Yeah, so you know what? You're absolutely right. And I didn't even think about that. You want to get all the corners of the rib. Flip it over. Hit the back side. Hit it with a little olive oil over there.
Rub it in.
Just rub it in. Make sure you get it all in there. Alright. I'm gonna put a little liquid smoke on it just to give the meat a little smoky flavor. I'm pretty sure that the rubs will take care of it, but you know, it's just my own thing I like to do sometimes. You know, just rub that in. Liquid smoke.
Smells like dog food.
Like dog food?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be eating it.
Ew.
Okay, so kind of skipping steps here, but
It's how you roll at Jinx P's Kitchen.
right. That's how we roll at Jinx P's Kitchen. I just use a paper towel to wipe off my hands with latex gloves on. That made absolutely no sense. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little bit of salt and pepper.
Now we want who rubs it on.
No, we're not gonna rub it in yet. Let me put all the seasoning on there first and then we'll rub it in. So we got a little.
They said I was doing that.
You are, but you can rub it in once I put it on. This has to be seasoned a certain way.
So it doesn't really matter if you're like dirty. It just matters if you get it right.
Doesn't matter if you're dirty, just matters if you get it right.
Yeah.
That's different, but okay. Yeah. And then we are going to shut it down with the cowboy rub. Let me just get this thing out here. I'm gonna shut it down with the cowboy rub. Hopefully y'all saw that. Yeah, look at those also did that. I don't know. I wish I would have brought more of this stuff. This cowboy rub is really, really good on meat. It tastes very, very good. So we get that all up in there. Janelli's gonna rub all that in. Now we're gonna flip it over to the other side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it feels like sand.
So you wanna tell them what you're doing?
Yeah. So I'm rubbing in the peppers, the sea salt, the holly smoke seasoning, and the cowboy rub. Now it does feel like sand, maybe to you, and it is to me. It doesn't mean it's disgusting. It's just how it feels.
Okay. So got that.
So good.
We got that seasoned up. We're gonna flip it over and do the other side. Same thing. Then we're gonna let it
Cook.
well, no, we gotta let it marinate into the meat. So we're gonna let it sit for about maybe 2-3 hours. Let that meat marinate, and then Worcestershire sauce. That's what I should have used. But anyway, we're gonna let that meat marinate for a little while. Let it sweat over the meat. I'm actually gonna poke some holes in it, because when it does sweat, poke some holes into it. The liquid, or the sweat, I should say, sounds nasty when you use the term sweat, but the sweat will get into the holes and actually flavor the inside of the meat. So there's no way we can physically reach in and flavor. I mean, I do have an injector, but I don't have a marinade that's light enough to go through the injector without getting stuck. So do it like that. So we're gonna flip it over. As y'all see, the membrane is off of it. We cut off all that extra meat on the side. Yeah, so we're gonna do a little. Oh, we already put olive oil on this, right? Okay, so we're gonna spread that olive oil in a little bit. Same thing. Quick, to give it a nice little under flavor. And just gonna rub that in. How's it working out so far?
Good.
How you like being on Jinx P's Kitchen?
Awesome.
Okay. You gonna come back for another show? Alright. Don't do it lightly, don't do it too hard, because you throw some of the seasoning off. Just, just get in there, massage it, make sure you get this backside over here and these corners up here.
So you can feel the bone of, I forgot the animal.
Pig.
Oh, so you can feel the rib bone of the pig, but to you guys, it does not feel disgusting. It feels like kind of like your ribs.
Kind of like your own ribs in your body? That's what you mean to say?
I know.
Okay, yeah, let me just get this backside. I'm trying to make sure you get all that. All that you're gonna bite into. You're gonna make sure that whole rib is covered in some type of seasoning.
Now this is an awesome Thanksgiving thing to be part of dinner. Because it is going to taste awesome.
Alright, so we got the main rib seasoned up. Take a look at it. It looks pretty good. So let me bring the camera around a little bit so you can see a little better. So we got that prepped up and ready to go. I am going to get at the next one, and we will be back once we get these in the oven and get them going.
In 2 hours.
Boop, boop.
JP. master kitchen.
2 hours later.
Welcome back to Jinx kitchen. We're going to be cooking the ribs now. Peace.
Alright, y'all. We'll marinate these for about, I want to say a little over 3.5 hours. I'm going to put one in the rotisserie oven, and the other one I'm going to go in the stove. So, cookie dough pastries?
Yes, they are made with cookie dough and brownies. You could try to make them at home, but we're making ribs now. Focus.
Focus?
Ribs. Not
All right.
bad. Ribs.
Alright, so we got the ribs now. The baby backs are actually going to be the ones that's going to go in the oven because they're too small to go on the spit rods. Excuse me, the spit rods of the rotisserie oven. So the bigger one's going to go in there. I already measured it out, tested it out, make sure it was straight to go in. These and the roaster, I got to get them on the skewer without it falling off or burning or touching the heat source behind it. So here's what we're going to do. These roasters come with these little plates. Put that on it. Get a glove on here. Touching stuff. I'm going to rinse this glove over some water because it's been
That's our ribs.
been sitting out for a minute since I washed it. Hold on. I'm going to get my hands dirty, so I'm going to need another glove.
That's our ribs right there.
That's some ribs right there.
Sat them for about 3 hours in that fridge. And they're looking good.
Mm-hmm. Alright. We're going to get these ribs onto this spit rod. Alright. How we're going to do it, try to get it furthest to the back. Go in between. Boom. You want to feel your way on the spit rod, but you got to be careful because these things are sharp. And they'll go right through your hand if you push down too hard with it. So, I got it on. Now, I'm going to squeeze it so y'all can see it. Squeeze it, fold it over. Alright, this is the only way it's going to fit.
The only way.
Like that, squeeze it. Come on, right on. So, alright, fold it over. And then the last part, squeeze it, fold it over. And it's all on there, you know, not too much hanging out. Got a drip pan underneath for all the extra fat that's gonna come off of it.
Looks like a snake.
Oh, we got a problem because these are too close together that they don't fit inside the holes now. So now what I gotta do.
Got a problem.
Let's see where I was. Let me see where I made that mistake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, we can spread it out a little bit. It's alright. I'm gonna just spread the part and get it on there. So fold this back over. Put this on here, the cap. Spread this bottom one out, so hopefully it doesn't tear the meat. This looks like a really wide spread. That other rib right here is gonna go in the oven. Everyone's prepped, ready to go. So we're gonna put this into here. Come a little closer. So you're gonna put these ribs. All right. Come back some. Put these ribs to this oven for about 2 hours. For about 2 hours. So yeah, we're both here coughing sick, but you know we're practicing. Cover up. Vampire cough. Vampire cough.
So that's
Alright. So we're putting this in here.
that's a master cooking.
And make sure none of the meat is touching the heat source in the back because all it's going to do is just burn the meat.
And fire.
Yep. You don't want none of that. Close it up.
On Thanksgiving Day. No.
Alright.
Never, never.
Close it up. We're gonna set it for 2 hours. It's 2 hours on normal rotation. We'll come back probably about.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family. Wait and see the